Hello, beautiful people. So today I wanted to do a video answering some of your most frequently asked questions when it comes to Canada Goose, whether it's been through my videos and the comment section or on Twitter or Instagram or in person. These are some of the most commonly asked questions that I get on a regular basis. So first off, to begin with, probably one of the most commonly asked questions I've had on my Trillium video and recently on my Kensington video is a lot of you ladies and a couple of you guys out there have been asking me what size do I think you guys are. It's such a tough call for me to make a decision based off your height and your weight. That really doesn't tell me anything. A lot of the coats, especially from Goose and a dozen other brands, a lot of the styles tend to be more of a fitted style, so they're fitted in through the waist and they flare out, or they're fitted all throughout. When it comes to decisions like that, it's such a tough call because I don't know what you're comfortable in. Because a lot of these coats are fitted, usually most women, especially with the Kensington, tend to be stuck between two sizes, between let's say a small and a medium. Usually the small fits like a glove. Like for me, I tend to be a small throughout most of the collection in Goose. My Trillium is a small. A lot of you have been asking me that, and my Trillium is a small, but the difficult decision basically bears down to, are you going to wear layers or not? Though the small fits me perfectly, I would never purchase a small Kensington, mostly because I tend to layer quite a bit. I get cold really easily, so I wear at least 2 to 3 layers throughout the winter season, especially when it's negative 40 degrees outside. And if you are like me, I highly suggest either you bring a sweater or a blazer or whatever you wear on a regular basis to try it on with your Canada Goose when you're purchasing one. Or if you don't do that, grab a sweater at the store and try it on underneath. It's going to give you the best idea as far as what's going to fit well. You have to be really logical about your decision. A lot of women make the decision based on, of course, you want something that fits. You want it to look really nice and you want it to be the most fitted as you can. But in all reality, if you can't put a sweater underneath, that coat is not going to be warm. No matter whether it's a Canada Goose, a North Face, a Parajumper, whatever, it doesn't matter. These coats are just coats. They're very expensive coats, and a lot of people have some seriously high expectations of these things. But in all reality, they're still just winter coats. I recently had a customer come back and tell me that she ended up purchasing a coat in too small of a size, and when she actually got to her car and tried to drive, her arms were uncomfortably, it was tight through here, which is pretty common with something like the Kensington or any of the other styles that are designed to be more fitted, like the Victoria, like the Shelburne. So guys, for all you ladies out there, really consider what's going to work for you. I can give you my best guess as far as what size you might be, but honestly, it's just going to depend on what you do on a regular basis. And most likely, if you're outside for long periods of time, if you're taking public transit, if you're on the go platforms throughout the day, you're going to need something that's going to keep you warm, and you're going to most likely need to wear layers underneath. So really think about that when you're purchasing a coat. That's probably one of the most commonly asked questions I get. Just ask yourself the most important questions. What are you going to wear? What do you need it for? If it's going to be your winter coat, which means it's going to need to keep you warm, you're probably going to need layers. Just consider that when you're making your decision and purchasing a coat. Now, probably the second most common question or topic that gets thrown at me is probably to do with the warranty. Canada Goose's warranty is a lifetime warranty of the jacket. Black and white, that's its basic warranty. It is not the lifetime warranty of you or it is just of the coat. So if you wear it out because you're wearing it every single day, whether it's raining, whether it's snowing, whether you're playing outside in the snow, rolling around, the more frequently you get it soaking wet, the more the down is going to get ruined, which also has been a really random, there's something to do with the down that in the last 2 years has come around. A lot of people have been asking, does Canada Goose refill their coats? And it's probably one of the most ridiculous things that I've heard ever to do with any sort of brand, and I've never had that question asked about North Face or Parajumper or Moose Knuckle. It's just Canada Goose. And I think this commonly relates to the Kensington the most because it is a fitted style. A lot of people over time, if you get it wet, find that the sleeves get so thin, and that's what happens when you get down wet frequently. it's not lofty and fluffy anymore, and you need it to be lofty and fluffy so it traps that warm heat, and that's what's basically what's keeping you warm. So if you start finding that your goose is starting to get really thin, you most likely have gotten it wet too many times, and that's just poor decisions. Don't wear your goose coat if it's raining outside, if it's too warm. If it's warm enough for it to be raining, it's probably too warm for you to wear that coat anyways. Just wear something else. Wear an old winter coat, wear a shell, wear something else that's going to basically help with the longevity of keeping your coat alive. When it comes to the Kensington, it's probably the most common coat that has so many problems. But then again, I've also seen a lot of people come back with their coats, especially with the Kensington, that have warranty issues, and the coat looks like it's been trashed. It looks like it's most of the time it's wet, which is disgusting. And second of all, it looks like it's gone through the wringer. And unfortunately, whether it's a Goose coat or any other coat, a North Face coat, if you've worn it out, you've worn it out. Nothing can be done as far as the warranty goes with that. The dye runs if you get it wet frequently. They can't re-dye the coat. They can't re-stuff the coat. What else is most commonly asked? As far as your warranty goes, manufacturer defects include zippers and buttons. That's covered under the warranty. Sometimes with coats, if the damage is bad enough, depending on what the problem is, sometimes they will replace the whole coat. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get a brand new coat every single time, or if you find something small like the down is coming out, that's a pretty commonly asked question in relation to the warranty. It's a down coat. Down tends to come out of down coats no matter whether it's a Goose or North Face. They are designed to be pretty pretty durable as far as the down. If you find that a lot of down is coming out, it's most likely the bag of down on the inside has ripped in some way or fashion, so you can give up your coat for 6 to 8 weeks off season and 8 to 12 weeks during busy season to send it back out and see what they say. But you never know with stuff like that. Just keep in mind it is just a regular down coat and down will come out. As far as other warranties, it is case by case. I have found over the years, depending on whatever the problem is, most likely the best thing to do is just send it out, see what happens. It doesn't mean, again, you're going to get a replacement. It doesn't necessarily mean that because your Kensington's no longer keeping you warm, they're going to give you a brand new coat or give you a completely different coat just because you're complaining enough. The warranty, it's pretty black and white. And at the same time, it's pretty, like, hit and miss. So as far as other warranty questions, if you guys have any other questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to answer them. Or if you guys really want me to do another video, leave a comment down below, like this video, or hit me up on Twitter and I will make another video. As far as other questions, probably the third most commonly asked question is to do with fake Canada Gooses. Now, of course, just like anything that has gained popularity, there are fake Canada Gooses available. 9 times out of 10, the ones that you find online that are on sale, unless they're through Kijiji or somebody that is trying to sell their old goose, 9 times out of 10, those sale goose websites are fake. There is a URL kind of thing that Canada Goose has set up on their website, which again, I'll leave a link in the description box below. So what you do is you take a website link, you punch it into this URL, the search engine will check to see if it's legit or not, which is probably one of the best ways to check it out. As far as the coats themselves, probably the best way to figure out whether it's a real or a fake, if you haven't been around them for years, for me, it's pretty easy. If you're standing 10 feet away, I could probably figure it out. Usually the fur isn't correct. It doesn't look right. It's coyote, where, you know, some of the fake ones don't have coyote. It's either Asiatic, raccoon, or some unfortunate times they have found that it's been German Shepherd. More of the fake ones, the patch is completely wrong, the font is all wrong, the color is all wrong, and in recent times, the tags have always been the easiest way to figure it out. The coat on the inside has a main kind of crest / tag on it, on the chest part, on the back. It says made in Canada in English and in French. The French has been wrong. Sometimes it says made in China. The coats are completely made here in Toronto, all from the fur to the down to the coat and assemblage. It all is done here in Toronto, so it is not made in China. So that's something to keep in mind. And again, the tags, over the years, they have changed positions throughout the coat, but most of the time it's in through the bottom side of the coat. The hologram has been in most of the coats over the last 3.5 to 4 years. That is something that isn't new. So that's something to keep your eyes out for. And for any of you retailers out there, probably the best way to figure out whether somebody's returning a fake goose to you or a real one, the tags actually have the style number of that particular style. So if the style number doesn't match up to what they're trying to give back to you, yeah, that's probably something sketchy. As far as to any of you consumers out there that are looking to buy a goose for the first time and you're not sure if it's real or fake, probably, again, the best way to figure this out is check out the details of the coat. Usually the pockets are all wrong, the buttons are all wrong, basically the features of the coat are not where they're supposed to be or not at all look like what they're supposed to be. So again, I'll link down to the description box down below. I'll leave you guys the link of the real website, which you can now actually purchase through them as of last year. They've made it available to purchase Canada Gooses from them. I don't know, I think you do get charged shipping, you do get charged the regular price, but at least you're getting a coat from the authorized company through the real company itself. They sell it pretty quick, so if you're looking to get one, now is the time. A lot of retailers have stock, have colors and sizes. If you want to at least check out what they have new out, now is the time. If you guys, again, have any other questions, please leave them in the comments down below. I will also leave a link to my Instagram and my Twitter if you guys have any other questions. I hope this video, as per usual, has helped you out in some way, shape, or form, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.